Recorded live with little or no editing. It's Defense Up. I'm Run 7. How you doing? Today we're going over Lasagna's defense. I have no idea how big Lasagna is. They forgot to tell me. I'm guessing somewhere around 60 million and probably operating in the upper echelons of Diamonds or Masters because they've got some big, powerful teams. We've got Super Scroll in one. And if you guys want to be a part of the conversation, you can always find me live on Twitch Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We do these mostly on Friday, and if you want to be in on voice or if you want to be in chat and helping out with these, then come join us. Links in the description below. We are looking at room number 1. Now, this is a very standard team setup here. It's the Scroll with SD. And another way you could do this is replacing Scroll with Noir and keeping your Super Scroll for offense. We're also seeing the SD Scroll in 5, I believe, some other variants, but they also have counters. So there's known counters for all of this. This one is usually countered. Like if you don't have a Super Scroll of your own, you usually do a tech sack. That's Minerva and a bunch of tech characters with Drax in between them so that Super Scroll kills Drax and 2 tech members. That gives Minerva the speed to do her ultimate. You pause it in the middle of the ultimate, let time run out. She steals 20% health from everybody and the match ends. That allows you to go back in with a Masters of Evil APOC to clean it up. There is a one-shot for this, but it's also a one-shot for when you see him in 5 and some different things. Check out some other videos there if you want to see how those work. But for me, I kind of think we should be removing Super Scroll from defense and putting Noir in here, saving the Scroll for offense. However, this is still a fine team. I'm going to go ahead and give it an A. They're all strikers. It works really well in here. Super powerful, really big team too, so nice work on that. In room 2, we have one of the biggest Infinity Watches I've seen in a minute. A real powerful, pretty standardized team here. We got strikers, healers, the skirmisher on Nebula. Everything pretty much done right. So this is fine. You can use Infinity Watch in a variety of places. They're not going to win. They just take quite a few hits to clear, and you can clear with a whole bunch of different stuff. So that's good enough for us. We'll call it an A. It's not very exciting. We're going to move on to number 3. Here we have the Black Order with Quicksilver and Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative opens up with an ult that flips some stuff. Quicksilver, of course, is Quicksilver doing Quicksilver things. But we want to get rid of Cull Obsidian and replace him with Proxima Midnight. Proxima Midnight will give this speed up on spawn to the team, making him move a little faster. Ebony Maw doesn't need diamonds, but he's got them. And Ebony Maw does some turn meter rewind and health steals and things. So it's a good team. I just think having a little bit faster opener with Proxima Midnight. Also, Proxima opens with her move, which does like a stun and some offense down, so you could get some value out of that too. That would be a little bit better. As is, this is pretty good. I'm going to give it like a B+ because we could improve on it. All right, in here we have the 5-piece unlimited X-Men, and what people are now starting to do is replace Phantom X with Nightcrawler. In fact, they're replacing a lot of members with a lot of X-Tream X-Men members, and it makes it so you can't use the new warrior counter on it. It changes some speed and puts some RNG in it. So let's get Phantom X out of here. There's no doubt in my mind that Lasagna already has a Nightcrawler built up with at least a few stars on him. So let's put Nightcrawler in place of Phantom X, and it'll make this team a lot better. Otherwise, this is a boring-ass vanilla B team. Rogue could be a striker. Otherwise, everything else is pretty good. So not very exciting. Let's pump it up with some new characters. Number 5 is the Death Seed team. We wanted to put something else in here, but it's not really going to make a difference. We're not going to be using the Death Seed on offense for very many things, and so this big of a Death Seed is troublesome. Not many people are going to want to mirror it. You're going to have to come in here knowing what you're doing to beat stats like this. So it's a fine choice for number 5. It doesn't get me too excited, but it's good enough. I'm going to give this one an A-. I don't really think there's anything else that Lasagna can do other than put this team in here. I would like to see Psylocke as a striker. I know they're going for a focused boost with her, but having the extra double taps off of Beast if she does get to take a turn is probably pretty useful. All in all, it's about as good as it gets. I'm gonna go A- on that. And then in 6, we have a 5-piece Gamma team. Everything done right here except for Abomination. Abomination is 100% Raider all the time. I've never heard of him being anything other than a Raider. He doesn't even need the focus to land a stun or anything. So don't go Skirmisher, don't go Striker, don't do Fortifier. Just make him a Raider already. And that's a pretty good built team too. You could go Raider on Red Hulk if you wanted to, get some crit damage out of those slaps that he does, but it's not really necessary. I'm gonna give this one a B+. Let's change those ISOs and we can make it a lot better. If you're looking for things to do in room 1, the SD team with fast characters allows you to do some interesting stuff. And if you want to see some really interesting rooms, you can check out the previous Defense Up video where we went over Windstorm's team. And there were hardly any cookie cutter teams in there. Windstorm likes to do some weird stuff on that. Whereas these are more traditional builds, like with the unlimited X-Men and whatnot. So as we get toward the end of Crucible, they tend to be a little bit more predictable in the teams where we're using and what we're using against them, and it's hard to mix it up on people. Rarely do we get the opportunity to change things with new characters. In this instance, Nightcrawler in here on room 4 is going to have a drastic impact on the overall outcome of your Crucible matchup. So that's definitely probably the most important thing to do on this entire lineup. Remember, guys, don't just have a good game, be good to yourselves and others too, and I'll see you next time. Bye.